I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the test!
Looks as good as on paper. We're in the kill zone, pal. We're locked and loaded.
Hi there guys, welcome back to the London session as we have a look at Bitcoin. A little bit of a trading view for you straight away. Just in the pre-London session, actually 7 AM here, I want to have a look at this overnight move on Bitcoin, have a look at some data points from the last 24 hours and see what we can decipher, where we could possibly go in from here, okay? So just quickly on a daily chart, still looking nice, still trending nicely, just held in that monthly POC there. Again, moving up to some value area high, okay? So just moving up to those range highs again on the daily. You can see that here on the 4-hour chart, monthly POC holding, just tickling outside of those value areas now. You know, retracing back to some technical levels, you've got a weekly NPOC at 45,980 up there, okay? But let's just remember some of these technical levels for when we go and look at some of the data in the TRDR console, okay? So 45.4 up to 45.8 weekly NPOC there, okay? But yeah, constructive price action, looking nice here at the minute, okay? Just drop into a 1-hour chart. What can we see? Meme triangle popped its head out. I don't think there was any reason to short this whatsoever, to be honest, this move as it popped out. We'll have a look at what the supply was doing at that time. I was watching it, to be honest, yesterday because, you know, obviously as mentioned on the last video, I would have actually preferred a move down here and taken some of this 41 liquidity and then a move up. But here we are, we get what we are given from the market and we assess and move on from there. As I was watching this before I went for some beauty sleep last night, yeah, didn't see a reason to short this in any way, shape or form. So let's go and have a look at the data and see what we can decipher. Just acknowledging some of these levels a little bit higher just from the 1-hour chart here, okay? Weekly NPOC up here, I've got some technical levels, some pretty obvious resistance to overcome ahead. All right, let's go and dive in. So here we are on the TRDR console. Okay, so first of all, I just want to observe what's going on in the OBD, which is our order book depth. Okay, so here we are, Monday highs over here. All right, and then forming a pretty boring range. So last video was done in this area here, okay, from Tuesday in the last live. Some USDT levels capping price here, okay, they didn't want any higher at the minute, and as levels were dropping. Book depth has built over the last 2 days obviously as well, but yeah, I thought it would have been very, very nice to come down here into this 41 zone, fill some of this and then go up. But what did we see happening, even just on a very, very simple chart like this, okay? USDT levels actually, you know, these guys or these entities saying, okay, price is holding, we're not getting a fill just yet, we best move up and see if we can meet price, okay? That's what you've got going on here. Not too much edge in the other order books at that time. Coinbase Pro have got some limit orders there. The nice one was obviously that we observed was Qcoin. Okay, they kind of faded their orders here, and then obviously they've been pretty dynamic in saying, okay, we want back in. All right, so they've done that. Obviously what we can see now is we've got some supply from Qcoin all the way up to 45.3. all right, and yeah, at the minute nothing too heavy from Binance Spot, but they've got that level there at 45 to 45.5. I think on the last live actually on Tuesday, DK from TRDR was actually saying, yeah, I think, you know, he was favouring a push to 45, so, you know, good call there. I think a couple of other guys as well. I'm always greedy. I was fancying a move down, to be honest, but yeah, those guys were saying, yeah, I think, you know, we can push this to 45 and we're almost there. You know, you could say that's validated there. Okay, so what we can see, we don't even need to look at the overlay at the minute, just keep an eye on the widget. We have got some spot supply here. All right, from a few of the guys. Bitstamp got some selling up to 45. Coinbase have got some selling. So again, you're in a supply zone. One thing to be aware of is it's technically an old area again. You know, this whole range is getting very old now. All right, so we'll just have to observe, see what happens here. You know, remembering the meme triangle. Maybe this is our fake out, and we do rotate back down soon. We'll observe. Perps order flow. No major edge, but they have come back in and they are ready to bid lower if we go there at the minute. Okay, so yeah, they kind of lost interest in this zone as we're in that flat range, and it looks like they're just preparing to get involved in the market again. All right, let's go and have a look at the OBC and see what we can decipher from there. Okay, so yesterday as we pushed up, I was looking at 43.6, I think it was, in this zone. We took a lot of liquidity in that zone and then actually just clipped it back down for a couple of hours. We've then moved back up. I think we've got a little B2C group spot sell there. So yeah, a lot of liquidity taken, but remembering those technical levels, what can we see from the OBC to the top side? Okay, so some more offers just quite close ahead, $100 above us here at 44.6. We've then got a little bit of non-activity here, and then we've got some more offers as we move up. What we are seeing, okay, over 45.1 into 45.4 again is some wick space that's possible. There's just an absolute lack of activity there. You can see here, no activity, no resting orders ready there. So you could get a bit of wick space in that 45.1 to 45.4 zone. Okay, so that's an area to watch. Okay, just on a 2-day here. Lots of liquidity building to the downside, but you know, if these guys don't get fills, they're gonna have to chase it up. Okay, 4-day, what's that showing us? Yep, same thing. Absolute lack of activity and possible wick space up to 45.4 there. Okay, so these little dashes just indicate there's literally no orders there, whatsoever. So what happens, you're going to get a bit of a void in the gap. Okay, you could go and tap that 45.5 and then just come back down and then see if anyone wants to rebid it. But yeah, 4-day, yeah, lots of liquidity to the downside still, all the way down to 42.1 if we do get any kind of rotations. But no, this is, I mean, after a move like that, yeah, you expect this kind of pattern to happen. You know, these guys are going to have to either chase up or they're going to have to be very, very patient and wait to get fills back down. All right, so drop back down to a 1-day. Yeah, nothing there really, and yeah, you've obviously still got that order, and yeah, wick space there again, 45.1 and above. All right, so let's observe as we go. Probably very little activity in this European session, as I always mention again, low volume session it tends to be. What I do just want to show you, if you had any thoughts about this kind of move up, really is, again, USDT levels in support. There was no major bid pushing this. Okay, so it's probably some market bid pushing this up. What I do just want to show you and observe is the volume. Okay, so volume in this area was coming up. Okay, I was kind of watching the open interest come up in this area as well, but it's moving with volume, so that's quite nice to see. Funding negative to neutral. Okay, a lot of the funding was pretty neutral, and has crept down a little bit as well. Why is that? 10k and under retail orders absolutely trying to slam the brakes on, and retail are just trying to short this down. All right, so your funding's dropping and they're just getting liquidated like crazy. All right, so you know, they're just adding fuel to the fire as we move up. Yeah, so as I say, at this time I was observing this, but I didn't see any reason to short it whatsoever, to be honest. Even this group spot here at 44.3, is that, there was no particular top level covering it or anything, you know. Just yeah, and you're still in depth, you know. It's not like back in these zones when you're starting to hit an aggregated supply zone into wicks, and then you eventually get a nice drop and get rewarded. All right, so we'll just have to observe today, really. I'm of the opinion that I don't know if this is going to break straight away, because you have obviously just got some, you've still got some supply overhead. Let's just go back to Coinbase and see what they're doing. You have still got this supply overhead. I certainly won't be doing anything the next couple of hours. Don't chase the green candles because you are in a supply zone. But also I wouldn't look to particularly short this at the minute. You know, I would just observe and see what we get. You know, you certainly want wicks over this if you're going to start hedging any shorts with some bear divs, and we haven't got that just yet. All right, so what we'll do is we'll observe into the US session later on when we have got a little bit of a kick in volume, and we will be live in the TRDR Discord a little bit later on at the US Open. So join us there and let's see if we can decipher where we could go. Are we going to get a little dip down, maybe wick some of these chasers out and then get continuation and, you know, finally break this range and go for some more highs? Or is this a fake out? Is this the fake out that we're looking for and not to the downside? And maybe we do get those rotations back down to some lower levels to fill some bid. Alright guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great day. Speak soon.
Fugazi, Fugazi, it's a Wazi, it's a Woozy, it's a fairy dust.